Hi guys, it's John here, and this is a review of the Oukitel C38. So this is the latest budget phone from Oukitel. It's about £125 or $160, and you're getting quite a few nice features for that money. So let's go down the specs of the device, give it a quick review, see how it handles games, see how its camera is, and whether this 5000 mAh budget phone might be for you. So inside the box, you do get the phone itself. Obviously, I've got the black version here. It's also available in white. And you can see you get a free jelly case, which is nice. Get a USB charging cable and a charger, and that does charge at 18 watts. So some pretty quick charging there for a budget phone. Get a manual warranty, eject pin, and so on. So how about the specs of the device itself? Well, it comes with a new MediaTek MT8788, which is the sort of budget 4G processor from MediaTek, but it does come with AI technology built in. Obviously AI being the buzzword at the moment. We get 6 gigs of RAM, which is expandable up to 24 if you want to use the internal memory. That internal memory being 256 gigabytes. So we have a look at the front, we can see the lovely 6.6 Full HD Plus display, and that is just running at 60 Hz, but it's nice and smooth, as you will see during this video. Also on the front is the front-facing 32 megapixel camera. This is a teardrop style camera for those who are fans and for those who aren't fans. Comes with Android 13 as standard, and on the back we do get to see the 48 megapixel rear camera here. We have the LED flash, and of course we have our 2 megapixel macro. The rear camera is capable of 1080p 30fps video recording, as you can see, and I've been pretty impressed actually at the speed of the camera itself. Normally with budget phones you do get a lot of stuttering and things, but yeah, I have been quite impressed with the overall quality of the camera. We'll get more into that later on in the video. So just a quick look around the side of the device. We get our volume rockers here on the top right side, and we do get a fingerprint reader here for the power button. So you can see here it's nice and quick, as you'd expect from these touch side sentences. On the bottom we just get our USB-C charging cable and a single firing speaker along with a microphone, and of course we get our dual SIM or single SIM and micro SD card slot on the left hand side. So it's a pretty light feeling phone, although it does have that 5150 mAh battery. You can expect to get a full charge in about an hour and a half or so, and you can get easily a couple of days of use from this phone. So I've been using this phone for a couple of weeks now, and I've been pretty impressed overall for such a budget device. Don't forget, £125, and you're getting all these different features in the palm of your hand. Nice big screen. It does need a bit of brightness outside maybe, but overall, yeah, I've been pretty impressed with this device. Like I say, Android 13 out of the box. It doesn't come with much bloatware at all. We do get an FM radio and your usual built-in tools for the toolkit, sound recorder and torch. But other than that, it's just a bog standard Android 13 experience. I will put some benchmarks on the screen and you can see how this has performed, but we'll also go through some games after we go through the camera. So like I said, I've been pretty impressed with the performance of the camera here. It does take a few moments to focus, but for those pictures that you get out of this, you're getting some really nice results here from such a budget device. So I'll put a few more pictures on the screen and you can have a look. But yeah, overall pretty good indeed. Again, we can see here from the front facing camera, nice reaction time here. And although the maximum we can select here is 720p for video recording at 30 FPS, you do get some quite nice results, which I'll put on now. Okay, so here we are with the C38, and we are recording at 1080p 30 FPS. That is the maximum that this phone can do, but it seems to handle things quite well in decent lighting conditions. But you can have a bit of a look here at the quality of the videos that were produced from this. Sometimes when you're recording, the screen does go very dark, and then it comes bright again, so I'd recommend turning off the auto brightness if I were you. Probably just a bug that'll be fixed in a later version. On the whole, colour reproduction isn't too bad though. The greens look nice and green, and the yellows look nice and yellow, and the colours of the reds also look pretty similar to what they do in real life. This is quite a sort of violet red looking flower, so yeah, overall pretty good recording. Okay, and here we are with the front facing camera. We do drop down to 720p quality, which is a bit of a shame really, but overall pretty good quality and colour reproduction. As you can see, the quality difference though, 720p does get a bit of a hit there, but overall not too bad for your quick sort of video calls and the like. Okay, so I'm sure you'll agree there's some quite nice results there from the camera. So let's move on to the gaming test now and see how it fares. Okay, so here we are on Genshin Impact. Obviously everything is set to the very lowest possible, and yes, the graphics don't look amazing, but it is okay, it's playable. it's a bit stuttery, but if you are desperate, you could get away with playing Genshin Impact. But just bear in mind, you are going to see some loading, some pretty poor textures, and basically it's not going to be the best experience for you, but it is nonetheless playable. Okay, let's run a quick speed test. This is just on Wi-Fi. It doesn't support Wi-Fi 6 sadly, but it does have a Wi-Fi 5 gigahertz support. As you can see, getting a good 200 megabits per second down and the full 100 megabits per second up. So my connection is actually 1 gig, but for 5 gig network with about 60% signal, that's not too bad at all. So moving on to a 4G test here. You see some reasonable speeds here, about 20 megabits per second, or just under there at 19, and about 20 megabits per second upload. So that's to be expected for 4G speeds. Again, I'm inside, I haven't got the best signal, so if you went outside or if you had a better signal than this, then obviously, needless to say, you'll get better results. But yeah, overall for an internal indoors connection, that's not bad for watching videos and playing games. Now, during YouTube, you can select up to 4K on video. Do you see it does start to stutter a bit here? So if we go back down to 2K, you'll see it's still stuttering a bit. So I would certainly stick at that 1080p range for this Full HD Plus display. So yeah, just make sure you stick at 1080p and you should have no problems at all. So you can hear the internal speaker does lack bass. It's a tiny bit tinny, but overall it's fine for the higher sounds, just you're not going to get those low basses out of this speaker. Right, so that's my look and review of the Oukitel C38. Hope you'll agree it's a nice little phone for £125, $160 range. And although, yeah, it's not 5G, super fast graphics and gaming powerhouse, for a phone for your child, it can play most games on low settings without any problems, and you don't need to worry too much about it there being an expensive problem if your child was to drop the phone. Maybe you just want this as a spare backup phone with that 5150 mAh battery lasting a good couple of days at least. So I've put an affiliate link down below if you want to pick one of these up. Let me know if you've got any questions. I'll do my best to answer it when I can. And again, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.